In this problem, we are to read in each row the question posed in scenario A and answer that question. You'll get some number. Then we are to read and answer the question posed in scenario B. You'll get some number. Then you are to determine whether the numerical answers to scenario A and scenario B are equal. Finally, you'll be selecting the correct reason why your answers to scenarios A and B were either equal or not equal. And your choices will be that either multiplication is commutative or that it is not commutative. Or if it's a division problem, your answer will be that division is commutative or that division is not commutative. So let's look at an example. In scenario A, we have Juin drinking 2 cups of coffee per hour, and he drinks 2 cups per hour for 5 hours, and we are to answer the question, how many cups of coffee did he drink? So he drinks 2 cups of coffee per hour, but then he does this for 5 hours. So for each of the 5 hours, he drinks 2 cups. So if we multiply those two numbers, we get that he drank 10 cups of coffee. And in scenario B, rather than drinking 2 cups per hour for 5 hours, suppose he drinks 5 cups of coffee per hour, but then he only does this for 2 hours. So this time the number of cups per hour that he drinks is not 2, it is 5. And then in this example, instead of him drinking coffee for 5 hours, he's drinking it for 2 hours. But 5 times 2 is 10. So notice our answer to scenario A is the same as the answer to scenario B. And the reason that we have the same answer is that multiplication is commutative. What it means for an operation to be commutative is if you were to leave the operation the same, for example, this one's multiplication and this one is multiplication, but you changed the order in which you are multiplying the two numbers, say instead of 2 times 5, we do 5 times 2, if you get the same answer like we did, 10 cups and 10 cups, this is because the operation is commutative. Let's look at another example. Here we have that Jose donates $6 equally to 3 different charities. So Jose takes his $6, he divides it equally amongst 3 charities, and if you do that division, you'll figure out how much money each charity will get. So since he had $6 and he divides it amongst 3 charities, and 6 divided by 3 is 2, that means each charity will get 2 of his dollars. And then in scenario B, rather than Jose donating $6, this time Jose only donates $3. And then instead of there being 3 different charities, there are 6 different charities. How much money does each charity get now? So he starts with $3, but he's dividing it equally amongst 6 charities, and 3 divided by 6 is a half, which means each charity gets a half of a dollar, or if you want to think of that half dollar as being 50 cents, that works as well. Either way, it is not the case that we got the same answer in scenario A as we did in scenario B. $2 is not the same thing as a half a dollar. So even though the operation stayed the same, it was division in my first problem, and it was division in my second problem. We kept that the same, but we switched the order of the division. Instead of $6 being divided amongst 3 charities, it was $3 being divided amongst 6 charities. So we did not get the same answer, and the reason we did not get the same answer is because the division is not commutative.